Hi, welcome to the Pink Moon Tarot. I'm Nikki, the Pink Moon Tarotist, and I'm here to do a general reading for the month of October for the Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus sign of Gemini. Now, as I said, these are general readings, so not everything will resonate with you. So please do feel free to pick up anything that does and leave the rest behind. And if you want to check out your Moon, your Rising or your Venus, all the other videos will be linked in the description box below. I'm using the Light Seers Tarot for today's reading. And let's have a look and see what is going on. And while I'm shuffling the cards and getting it ready, if you would like to please like, share and subscribe to my channel, that would be very much appreciated. All of your likes, your shares, your comments and your subscriptions are very appreciated by me, and I thank you very much if you have already done so. But let's have a look and see. So Gemini, October. Your overall energy, Gemini, is the Fool. Now the Fool shows up when she, in this instance, because it's a female on the card, when she is there to remind you to take a leap of faith. So we'll see how that plays into the rest of the reading now. So Gemini, October. Ooh. We have death and rebirth. The Eight of Wands. The Five of Wands. Page of Swords. Gemini, October. Ooh, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. We have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. I can see what's going on there. We have the Six of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, my lovely Geminis. So, as I say, your overall energy for the reading is the Fool card. Now, the Fool is the 0 in the tarot deck. She's the beginning of the tarot deck. And she shows up when you need to harness that inner child, taking that leap of faith on something and trusting that the universe will catch you. You can see here she's sort of about to leap backwards off the cliff into the pool below. She's holding her crystal, she's holding her wand, which is sort of done in a careless way, because unlike the magician who is directing the magic, the Fool is just letting it be, letting things happen. And when we have the Fool card, especially with this reading, I can see that it is just that reminder to have a little bit of faith, to trust, to take that leap. So what are you holding back from, Gemini? What are you being very reserved on and not wanting to actually leap and take that risk, take that chance? We then have death and rebirth. And death and rebirth is, as it says, it's the death of something, and out of that something else is reborn. Now, we don't have the Tower here, so it's not going to be a sudden and unexpected thing, but something needs to come to an end in order for something else to begin. And that's very much reflected in the rest of the reading, especially with the Wheel of Fortune in the center here. So my lovely Geminis, you have something that you are holding on to, something that is not serving you, something that is needing to come to an end, to come to a completion in order for you to move on, in order for you to begin something new. And when you do begin something new, it will happen quite rapidly. But before I get into that, I am going to go through these two cards. We have the Five of Wands showing up. Now, the Five of Wands is that card of conflict. It's that card of petty arguments, of struggle, of strife. So have you been unnecessarily struggling against others to prove yourself on something? Have you been looking at what others have and thinking, well, you know, I want that, why don't I have that? Has there been a bit of sort of niggly infighting going on either at work or in the home or in some situation that you're involved in? Because when the Five of Wands shows up, this is what it shows me. It shows me that there is some kind of conflict, and it's not a major conflict, it's more of a niggle, it's more of a squabble, you know, an in-house squabble. But this in-house squabble is preventing you from working. We have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, the Eight of Pentacles, when it's in the upright, shows a diligence, shows that you have been working on something and it is starting to pay off. It's starting to come into fruition. When it is in the reverse, it shows that you may be stuck with some project, some work thing. Something is making you feel like you don't know what to do next, and it may have something to do with this conflict. Now, this could be an internal conflict or a conflict with others, but there is something that is niggling away here, and you really need to let that go. That is the death part of death and rebirth for you. There is something that is making you feel stalled. Do you feel like you have maybe been working on something and it's got so far and then it's kind of got stuck and you're not sure how to move on? Well, here's the thing. When you get stuck in something, when something plateaus, it's usually because you're needing to change direction or change the way you're approaching things. And if you can change that approach, if you can change your direction, then you will start that momentum going again. But if you keep doing the same things the same way over and over again, then you're going to get the same results. And, you know, so it's just that reminder that if you are feeling stuck, if you are feeling like your project, your work opportunity, whatever it is kind of halted, that you've kind of maxed out, you've plateaued, then think about what you can shift. And it may be to do with shifting a bit of your attitude with this Five of Wands here. Because the Five of Wands is, like I say, is about that sort of that unnecessary competitiveness. And it may just be that, you know, it's a case of keeping up with the Joneses. It may be that somebody has been promoted at work above you and you're feeling very hard done by because of that. So have a look at what it is you can do to change that. Sorry, I've got a hair. There we go. Have a look at what you can do to change that. What can you do to shift that energy? Can you look at things from a different perspective here? Can you think about maybe, you know, if somebody has kind of stepped on you to get a leg up, instead of getting petty and involved in it, maybe looking at ways that you can prove yourself, that, you know, ask your boss if it's a promotion at work, for example. Ask your boss, what do they expect of you? Say, you know, you're very pleased for your colleague, but, you know, how can you rise to the top next time? That kind of thing. So it's really about taking ownership of what you have done for this feeling to be stalled, and what you can do to shift that energy. And when you do shift it, it's going to shift rather rapidly, because we also have the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is my card of warp speed. You know, this one always reminds me of, you know, in Star Trek when they went into warp speed and all the stars kind of rushed past the craft. That's what this sort of reminds me of. And it is, you know, eights are about movement, and this one is about rapid movement, things moving very, very quickly. So there is something that needs to change, and it needs to change quickly in order for you to move on, in order for you to stop feeling stuck within the workplace. Pentacles are earth energy, so they normally represent, sorry, I can't talk today. They normally represent work, you know. And you know, I don't want you to worry about this, Gemini, because it looks to me like it's going to be quite an easy fix. Now we have the Page of Swords here as well, and the Page of Swords, pages are messengers, and this is new information coming in. Swords represent the air energy, which is the energy of communication and knowledge and wisdom and learning. And when we have the Page of Swords, to me, this usually represents a communication coming in from an outside source that will help you to see a different way, to see a new way. And it may be that you need to be the proactive one here. And like I say, if it, for example, if it's to do with a promotion at work or a new job, or something that that is within the workplace, maybe asking the people around you how you can change that, and listening to the information that they give you, listening to the knowledge that you can garner from this conversation. But there is some form of communication that's coming in. Now, obviously, you know, in this day and age, it may come in via email, text message, social media. You may find something that just makes you see what it is you need to do. Now, in the center of the reading, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is, you know, when it's in the center as well, it shows that things are turning, that things are moving, that things are moving on. And it's underneath that Eight of Wands. So they are moving quite quickly. And once that wheel starts turning, you get that momentum going. And the Wheel of Fortune, you know, it's in the upright, so it's turning in your favor here. So go with it. Go with that momentum. Get that momentum going in the direction that is the right direction for you. And think about what that could be, how you could make that go in the right direction. You know, the thing is with momentum is you can also have momentum going in the wrong direction. So you want to make sure that you are turning it in the right direction. And the Wheel of Fortune shows me that, you know, there is something that is moving on, that is changing. And we have that Death and Rebirth card and that Eight of Wands card there as well, showing that movement, showing that change, showing that something coming to an end, something new beginning. And the wheel keeps on turning. And once that wheel is in motion, like I say, you want to make sure it's going in the direction that you want it to be going in. Because, you know, it's one of those things that that it's very easy to get into momentum, but it's not always so easy to get the momentum going in the direction that you want it to be going in. So that's what your consideration is here. Now, underneath that Page of Swords, we also have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is that card of nostalgia, that card of looking back, that card of childhood, of memories, of past people. So you may actually find that someone from your past is coming in with that message, with that new information that is going to help you to move on. It may be something from your past that you need to release. And it can also represent your inner child. So it could be something that speaks to your inner child, something that ignites that passion that you had as a child for whatever it is you're wanting to do, especially as we have this in conjunction with the Fool. And like I say, the Fool is that new energy, that naive energy, that childlike energy. That having faith energy. And this is your overall energy for the month. So this is about you really tapping into your inner child and working with it and nurturing it and caring for it and listening to it. You know, what is your inner child wanting you to do? What is your inner child needing? Do you need to take some time out and actually have some fun, to play, to enjoy life? Do you need to reconnect with your childhood dreams in order to move you on? You know, what motivated you when you started whatever it is that you're doing now to start that? Okay. And then we have the lovely King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles, you know, he's a very satisfied king. He has all that he needs, all that he wants. He is abundant in all areas. The Pentacles here representing money, as well as that earth energy, that very grounded energy. He's a very generous and calm and fatherly figure. So you may have someone from the past who represents this fatherly figure, who represents that masculine energy of calm and abundance, and you know, they've got everything kind of in place, that person that has it all together, but isn't necessarily the softer side of the nurturer, the carer, the person who helps you to plant the seeds and encourages you and brings you on in that way. So have a look to see, is there someone in your life that is like this? It may represent a boss figure, and that boss is, you know, is going to be someone who's very generous, who's very, very together and very affluent as well. So, you know, so there's all kinds of things connected here with the past, with your current situation, with your job, and with this sense of tapping into that wisdom. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, the King of Pentacles is a very wise king. So and he also represents, you know, as his counterpart, the Queen of Pentacles represents home and family and nurturing and caring. He's also kind of representative of that as well. So like I say, it may be a father figure. Now, it doesn't have to be a male. It can be a female. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us. So, but it's somebody who is more on the masculine energy here, so that more of a person who has taken action to get to where they are now, someone who is very much in a position of authority. That's what the masculine energy is. So it can be a woman, it can be a man. It doesn't make a difference. We all have those energies within us. So think about who that person could be, because that could be a key to you finding your way out of a rut and getting the information that you need to move on and to become that successful person who is earning the money, who is happy in life, who has the love, who has the family, who has whatever it is that you want. And you can embody that abundant lifestyle yourself. And then finally, we have the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands, you know, in this deck, she's a female knight. So I will refer to her as she, but again, I'm not talking female as in a woman here. It's just the energy, okay? So this Knights represent movement. There's a lot of movement going on in this month for you. You have that Eight of Wands there. You have the Wheel of Fortune. You have the Death and Rebirth, which is about something ending, something beginning, indicating movement. You have the Fool, that leap of faith, that taking action, that going with it. And now you have the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is the bringer of joy and creative energy. So by the end of the month, that spark within you is going to be reignited, and that stuck feeling that you have within the workplace or wherever it is going to start to drift away. And you know, the wand energy is a very creative energy. So this is about you getting creative, you getting into that creative space. And again, this goes back to your inner child, you know. If you are stuck, then very often a good way to unstick yourself is to embark on some creative activities, some creative projects, whether that's writing, whether that's painting, drawing, playing guitar, whatever it is, you know, something that that allows you to have that creative energy to find your inspiration, okay? And then when when the Knight shows up, she's showing me that inspiration is coming in droves, and it's coming in quite quickly as well, because this Knight, she's quite a fast moving Knight. She's not the plodder. She's not the Pentacle Knight, you know, she's not Mr. Plod here. She is quite fast, and there's a lot of momentum, and there's a lot of joy to be had as well. So if you can harness this beautiful energy of the Fool, of taking that leap, of making that decision to enjoy where you're going and enjoy the journey that you are on right now, you know, and really feel that joy and tap into that creative energy, give your inner child chance to express themselves, then, you know, this is what's going to lead you into success and lead you into a better way of living and get you out of that stuck mode. Okay? Right. Let's take a Enchanted Map Oracle. These are Collect, Baron, Read. Oh, and straight away we get making a choice. So obviously, you know, you've come to a fork in the road right now, and there is a decision that needs to be made. And it's about making those right choices, like I was saying about the Eight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, getting the things going in the right direction. So when you have making a choice, there's usually a decision to be made in some way, shape or form in life. And you may feel like you're at a crossroads, at a fork in the road. You may have a very simple choice between two things, or it may be several things that you're thinking of. It may be, you know, planning a new future or whatever it is. But the choice needs to be made, because until you make that choice and you take that first step on the path, you won't know whether it's the right one or not. And that's the thing. It's about moving, not being stuck. It's about trusting your instincts here. What does your intuition tell you you should be doing? Take time to listen to your intuition and really focus your energy on taking a step towards your goal. And think about, you know, each step, taking one right step after another after you've made that choice. And until you start making those steps, until you start that movement, until you start trying new things, you're not going to know whether it's right or not. Okay? So that's how you get unstuck. Okay, let's take a Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. What else do my lovely Geminis need to know, please? Whoa! That flew out. Yeah, we have the Fire Prince, optimism and aggression. Now that doesn't mean aggression in a negative way. That's being aggressively optimistic, really going for it, seizing the day, being the Knight of Wands, being that joyful soul that has that fire in their belly and really goes for it. So you are really being encouraged here, my beautiful Geminis. You are being encouraged to embrace your passion and really, really go for it. So don't hold back. You know, whatever it is you want to do, just take a step. Go for it. Okay, let's take a Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. No, a Wisdom of the Oracle, sorry. These are also Collect, Baron, Read. Woo. And we have serendipity. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. Things work out the way that they are meant to do. And things kind of click into place. Once you start making those movements towards what you want, once you start making that decision and making that choice and you get the fire in your belly and you start doing things, you'll start to see other things linking and clicking into place. So look for those signs, look for the serendipity, because that's where the success and the movement and the momentum lay. Okay. Let's take, actually I'm going to take a Butterfly Oracle. These ones are for life changes. And they're Joy and Virtue. Let's have a look. What do my lovely Geminis need? Ooh, that was half the deck. What do my lovely Geminis need to know, please? I need to know that these cards don't want to be shuffled. What do my lovely Geminis need to... They really don't want to be shuffled. Okay, I'm going to take the hint and not do one of those. Let's take a healing with the fairies instead. These are also Dorian Virtue. And straight away. Okay, thank you. We have letting go. And this, again, this is that Fool energy. Just let go. Let go of the attachment to your desires and your dreams. Let go of your inhibitions here. Let go of your fear and your doubt and your worry. And just go for it. I'm taking a healing with the fairies for you. Okay, and we get rest. You've been working hard. Take a nap and get some rest. And do you know what? This is great advice, because if you have been working hard, and that Eight of Pentacles in the reverse shows me that you have been, and now that you're feeling a bit stuck, sometimes we just need to take a step back and look at the situation, and we need to rest. We need to listen to our bodies. If you're tired, take a nap. And often in that state of sleep is when you will connect with your higher self and your inner child and your spirit guides, your guardian angels, all of those things. You will connect and you will start to see the answers that you are seeking. Okay? Okay, so my beautiful Geminis, do drop me a comment in the comment box below if this resonated with you, and if you would like to delve deeper, you can always contact me for a personal reading. But until next time, please do remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Namaste.